Morning, morning, morning. Top of the AM, man. I just want to tell everybody, y'all have a purpose, homie. Y'all got a purpose in life, bro. Like, you ain't just walking on this earth just to be nothing. Some people don't never figure out their purpose, though. Some people don't care about their purpose. Some people don't even care about themselves enough to even try to understand they got a purpose. Y'all got purposes, man. Fulfill your purpose, bro. I don't know what your purpose is. I don't know if it's just to help your family out or help the next man out, because reality in life, helping people out is like the ultimate goal. Like, real talk. If you don't be an example in your communities and to people around you, you're not fulfilling the purpose. We get stuck in this mindset sometimes, bro, that we just here to just be destructive. Like, that's the crazy part about people, especially coming from the neighborhoods, the hoods. We just feel like we trapped in this aspect. There's no helping nobody out because we can't even help ourselves out. And that's crazy, because if you really just look down and you really just analyze it, what's up with it, man? Please play for me. I'm sick. I pray for Shy, man, that you touch his health. You give him health tomorrow. Heal him from whatever's coming against Shy. Put angels around him. Be his protection. Thank you, Lord, for being a perfect God. In Jesus' name, amen. Shout out to you, Shy. And a lot of times, man, in the neighborhood, in the hoods, we just don't know where to turn to, because everything around us is destructive, man. That's why a lot of times for people coming from the lifestyle, you got to find your outlet, and sometimes you got to actually step out of your comfort zone, homie. Like, I talked to my baby bro, and it's one of the hardest things of being in a family full of just generational people that just do time and, don't know really no ways out, is talking to my relatives and my loved ones, and calling from jail and not having answers, homie. You don't have answers for them. You can't give them. The only thing you could tell a person is keep your head up, bro, and know that it's not forever. But I get phone calls all the time from the penitentiaries in the county, bro, and it's just like, it's a hard situation, homie, because you want to help them with their situations, but then again, they lock down. My baby bro's going through, he has to fight this last situation, and then he's done with doing county time and jail time. But he has a whole year he has to kill, man. He has to kill this last little year, and it's one of the hardest things for him. It's one of the hardest things for him, bro. It's because he wants to do good in life, but your past always seems to come back to haunt you. You know what I'm saying? And this is something he has to deal with. And the only thing, as a brother, somebody that got love for my bro, all I could tell him is build a foundation from in there. And then when you get out, have already a direction that you can actually aim for when you get out, and then make them steps. What's up, Nick? What's up, Nikki? How you doing? Wanted to do in life is to be a grandma. I love calling for them so my kids can save money for childcare. Yeah. Now that's a precious thing, though. That's a precious thing, being a grandma, having your grandbabies. Shout out to everybody that's made it that far to be able to speak on that, because a lot of people don't make it, man. This life is just, it's not promised tomorrow, bro. And if you guys don't believe me, go look at your news and how many people die. You're not promised tomorrow. So that's why you have to live with a lot of love, and you got to understand, bro, like, live with your blessings, homie, because you're not promised tomorrow. You see the young kid that just got smoked by his homie. I don't know if they were playing with a pistol or what. He didn't think that he was going to die at 15, 16 years old. And unfortunate circumstances happen, bro, and he, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's no longer here, and he's not coming back from that. That's why, like, People be acting like life's disposable. If I would have actually learned this, man, I would have put them lessons into building the best way of life for myself. But when you grow up, you don't really know that aspect. You don't really know as a young kid growing up, especially in the hood. You don't really know. You don't really understand that. You don't have the discernment to actually understand that. And it can be an ugly game, bro. Because if you only have bad role models, and I'm not gonna say bad role models. If you only have the hood aspect, for most part, young men, especially young men, they're gonna adapt to that and they're gonna become their surroundings. Like, I know a lot of people say you have choices, but growing up, if you see nothing but destruction around you and that's who's teaching you, you can't really blame individuals going down that path. And I know a lot of outsiders looking into that. They're like, you got choices though. You got choices. But if you don't really have somebody to actually feed you good fruits, and you don't have people to actually speak life into you, you're gonna fall into the trap of just every other kid that comes up in the hood, man. And that's kind of the situation, bro. We got to break away from that shit. We got to break them generational curses. Man. It's probably mandatory that anybody that's ever survived that house break generational curses. Because I looked at that little situation with the youngster. I looked at that situation and his mom was crying, And that started from an early age, bro. That started from being young, That started from just being around that and seeing that. I hope everybody has a blessed day. I just wanted to say what's up. Good morning to y'all. Top of the morning. I'm headed to the work site. I'm headed to go get this money. I got to go fulfill the plan. Somebody once told me this. They said, why do you go work for a company when you're working to just basically get another company a lot of money? I said, man, when you're in the penitentiary and you're working for 10 cents a day and your check equals out to $10, you find the blessing in that. Like, I don't have to work for I don't gotta work for the man, especially when you're in DOC and you get a check for $7. You do understand like the severity of that, You understand the severity of that. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Mile high salute to you guys. Mile high salute to everybody out there. Fulfill your blessings, man. Fulfill what makes you happy. Like, look into things that make you happy. To the homies that getting out the penitentiary, I'm talking to you guys for the most part. If you're getting out the penitentiary and you're really trying to find your way, because what they don't tell you when you get out the penitentiary and you get out of the aspect of doing time, you're like kind of you're lost in a sense. You've lost a lot of time from society. You don't even know what direction to take, man. I was locked up for 7 years. I caught a 10-piece, 10 years, and I did 7 years on it. So 7 years straight, I was locked up. And what they actually don't tell you is that when you get out, you're gonna really not know how to cope with reality, because life just passes you by. Like, life don't stop for a person that's locked up. That's the cold shot. Everything continues, bro. Life don't stop because you're locked up. So when you get out and you miss out on society for some years, you're lost, bro. Like, you don't even know how to do anything. And then you have to jump through hoops to try to be successful. And it's like a rut, bro. It's like you're in a big ass emotional roller coaster. What years were you down? I started doing time when I caught my case. Well, I was doing county time in 2002, bro. But I caught my governing case I caught my governing case in 2003, and I got out in 2011. 2003 to 2011, because yeah, I caught another case before I went to the penitentiary for the bigger case. I caught another case, and I was in the county for like a whole 6 months, and then I got out. In a matter of me getting out, bro, I caught this case, and I caught an attempted murder case, bro, and they were trying to give me and my baby bro life sentences. Like, they were trying to lock us up because the gang aspect. And it was the most, like, prison's easy in a sense, bro. Like, you're gonna survive. If you a survivor, you gonna survive. It's anybody can survive the aspect of penitentiary. I can't say anybody, but the mental effects it has on you, like the traumas, it gives you PTSD. Like, you really get anxiety from prison because it's just always like, it's always war. You always have to be on your toes all the time because stuff pops off so much in there. And you're not allowed to just sit on the sideline when you're politicking, homie. You're in wars. And the cool part about it is, and this is what they don't tell OGs, the fools that are convicts that are doing life sentences, unless it's a cool convict and he has a good mind on his head, a good head on his shoulders, they're gonna see what the young homies is gonna do. There's no way getting out of it. You're gonna have to put in work for the turf. You're gonna be the front liner because you're a new body, you're a new number, and it's just wild, you know. And I do not recommend it to nobody. Don't. Like, that's the thing, and that's what youngsters don't understand is, like, the life that you glorify, that's all the outcome is prison. That's the outcome is prison. There's no way to get around it. You're gonna either do prison or you're gonna die to the streets. There's no way to get around it. You're gonna do prison or you're gonna die to the streets. That's the two roads. There's no way to bounce back from that. Can't get around it, because if you're out there and you're forced to live that street life, you might not even be a killer, or you might not even be one of them dudes that's really about that. But the streets are always going to call. It's always going to tax you. And you're going to have to live up to the hype of what you say you are. That's where people go wrong, is because they're trying to portray that that's what they live in. That's the life that they are. And then when it comes to really getting busy in the streets don't have pity. And then you're going to be facing the reality of what the street life brings. You know, and the way that the system is built, they're just because you're a young man and you might have made a mistake, you're gonna get the example because you're a part of the gang life. They don't have no pity on nobody. They're throwing numbers at young kids. Like, you're gonna get numbers, you're gonna get football numbers, and then you're gonna have to deal with that. Or you might be around fools that are kicking up dust. You might just be around wrong people, wrong individuals. And if you get caught up in an indictment, you're going to have to go face that reality, homie. Nobody's going to be able to hold your hand. You can't call for mama. Mama ain't going to be able to come actually help you. Nah, heck nah. You got to go face that as a man. Once you're 18, you're facing that as a man. It doesn't matter if you call for your mom. It doesn't matter who you call for. You got to face that alone. Them demons come back to haunt you, and you're going to face that alone. The hard part of it is being a part of that life and trying to walk. That's probably the biggest thing for me, my homie Alfred. The biggest thing for me is just being programmed into that for my whole life, because if you ever knew me, and anybody that knows me from the streets, that's what I conducted myself since a little kid. So I was programmed to be a frontliner. Like, we held morals and values to the life. There was a code. We literally stood on our code. And even that, getting that respect and having young homies and fools that respected Savage Sev Loke, it never ever paid. It always taxed me. And it was nothing but sorrows and traumas and just heartbreak and just everything, bro. And then trying to flip that after and understand that I want better for my life, bro. I don't want to be that individual, homie. Like I want to be a regular person that works, makes money, and enjoys life, bro. Cause like being in there, there's no joy, homie. You can't even smile in there without somebody just taking it wrong. You're gonna have to fight for being too happy. People in there, you fighting for everything, bro. Like if you don't know how to fade, you're gonna become a victim. You gotta fight for everything in prison, right? Everything. And then coming out here and being like, I don't want prison for the rest of my life. And then having dead homies and having people I know die. A lot of my young homies and a lot of homies that I know going to prison for life sentences. And you kind of just see like what it is, bro. And then seeing homies just fall off and seeing homies not be around when you're going through your darkest times. That's the thing. We sign up for a brotherhood. We sign up for the turf. We sign up for the hood. And then when you're going through your hardest times, bro, there's only you can count on a hand how many fools are really in your corner. The hood is not in your corner, bro. And then you kind of look at it and you're like, I did all this shit for this, bro. And I don't have any real true homies, bro, to walk with me when I'm going through my hardest time. It's backwards, homie. That's why I couldn't, I will always be known as an individual, as that individual. A lot of people still respect the Big Sevlok, but I could never, I don't want to give time to something that don't have love for us, homie. No more. I want to give time and energy to the people that love me, like my wife, like people that really are in my corner, homie. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. You could call me what you want. You could say, hey, you a sellout, whatever, homie. But you could never call me a scary ass fool that didn't handle my business. I ain't got no smut on my name. I ain't got no smut on my name, homie. I went through the penitentiary. And if you look at politicking, being a Mexicano Crip, I got to go 10 times harder for the Crip aspect, the revolution. Fading with the homies, fading with the Rasa, fading with fools that say I'm a race traitor, fading with the homies that think that they're going to call shots over me just because I'm a Mexican Crip. I had to get down with the homies a lot. And I handled all that shit. Never got checked off a yard. Kicking up dust. Every time there was a situation, front lining for the homies. You could never tell me anything, homie. I never snitched. Never messed with the fags. Sorry, I don't mean to disrespect, but never, none of that shit, bro. Kept it 127% to my cripping, always, homie, on the yard. And it never benefited me or gave me anything, homie, no prosperous. And I always looked at that shit and said, hey, homie, when I was cripping, when I was on my crip shit, homie, and I was pushing the revolution, it was cripping before anything. I love cripping before my mom, homie. Real talk. And you can never break their morals and values on this cripping, homie. And going so hard all them years, the only thing it's actually gained me is traumas, homie. And having disloyal people in my corner, homie. So, miss me with all that shit, homie. Like, just get wiser and older for real, my homie. What up, Rye? Mall High salute. Salute, cuz. Let me dog. What's good with it, man? Mall High salute. I love your positive. Yeah, I gotta stay positive, bro, because I'm not hey sis, I gotta stay positive because I'm not a positive person. I really ain't a positive person, and it's not because I don't want to be. It's because I got such a bad taste for a lot of things out here. It's made me have a lot of bad taste in my mouth for just everything, bro. That's why I got a bad taste for young kids trying to gangbang when I know what the outcome is. I know what the outcome is, homie, the gangbanging. And young kids are still trying to fulfill that. They're trying to find love from something that ain't never gonna love them, bro. Like, we try to find love from brothers and people around us, homie. It ain't never gonna love you, homie. You'll never be loved by gangbanging, bro. You'll never be loved. Your closest homies will end up be the ones that'll chip you off. That's the reality, homie. You gonna love something and you gonna put your heart into that shit. And in the end, that's gonna be the shit. That's gonna be why you fall, homie. Is because that gang life, bro. Damn, is this fool on? I was about to say that fool's on the wrong. What's up, Conrad? What's good with it, Brody? You know, but just be fulfilled out there, man. Follow your blessings. Like I heard this one influencer say, homie, you really don't know who you are till you have to deal with the pain and you have to get through it. And I put that in everyday life now, bro. I don't like to go to this job. I don't like to go to work every day. I don't like to go have to work to pay bills, homie. I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like to have to be structured and get up to go to the gym before I go to work at 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then go do a whole day of work. I hate that. But if I could get through that, bro, I could get through anything, homie. And that's what you kind of got to put your mindset into that shit, bro. Like the pain and what you don't like. And if you can get through that shit that you don't like and you push with the smile on your face, bro, it's going to build the good character, homie. It's going to push you to be a person that lives on principle, homie. You got to get to this aspect. And if you don't want to actually be in these traps, homie, you got to change that shit up. And that's just how I see it, bro. Like, you know, so through your hard times, bro, look at the blessings, bro. Through your hard times and shit you don't want to do, still look at the blessings, homie. There's people in prison that ain't never getting out, that gotta go to work on them yards that get paid 10 cents a fucking day, homie. And they're never gonna get out to the world, homie, to see their loved ones. They ain't. But they're on the yard and they have to deal with that shit. So there's blessings in everything you do. If you can make some money out here, homie, and you could get to a job and make money, and you've been through any type of trials, like, be blessed that you're still here in life regardless, because like I said, people die every day. You're still here to fulfill your duty. At the end of your life, what's your legacy, bruh? At the end of your life, what are people gonna say about you, homie? What's up, Big Kenna? What's good with it, Rada? Hope you guys are good, man. All high salute to the family. At the end of your life, bro, what are people going to say about what's your legacy going to be to people? Like, are they going to say he was a hard worker, he was a real one? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about that shit every day. Nipsey Hussle taught me something deeper than anybody I ever knew, really, bro. Nipsey Hussle. And I didn't even, he really taught you got to put stuff back into good energy, back into your community and life, bro, to get good stuff brought back to you. And it's unfortunate the hood killed that fool, man. But he has a legacy, bro. He built a legacy. Like that fool is respected and loved by a lot of people, homie. You know? You can learn off that shit, man. Drive safely. Drive CIP to Nipsey. Yeah, bro, like I wanna definitely have a legacy where people will be like, hey, he was that individual, homie, like a real brother. He did everything in his possibility to help people, homie, to help younger people that were coming up, you know. And that's the reality. That's the truth, bro. Like, but mall high salute to the real ones, bro. I just thought I'll tap in. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. We over hump day. Hey, dummy dodging. I didn't have my phone either, bro. My phone's been turned off. You know, yeah. I didn't have my phone, bro. My phone's been off. I was like, damn, we were supposed to do that show. Maybe tonight, though, if you got a little bit of time. But shout out to everybody. Are y'all doing the show? Hopefully we could. I'm gonna hit this fool up. My phone's on now. It was actually on disconnected for a minute. I had to pay my bill. But we back to it, man. So I'm gonna let you guys go, man. Have a blessed day. Success over everything to everybody, bro. I gotta go knock this day out at work. But I can't complain. We're gonna make this bread, man. You know what it is. Let's go.